Good evening, Speed Gaming, and welcome to another edition of the Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament 2020. We are here on the third week of Swiss doing our air flags. That does mean that along with the incentivized ordeals and incentivized ice cave and incentivized titan stroke, we're going to be having an incentivized fire cave, Gurgu volcano, whatever you call it. I am Darkmoon EX, joined in the booth by Edgeworth Edge. How's it going tonight?
It's going all right. Looks like dem0nfr0g is bringing the magic today. We got Fighter Double Red and Black Mage, and we all know Maya's adventures in week one. So, yeah, could we possibly see 4 Red Mages again?
I mean, I do enjoy me a spicy party. The Fighter 2 Red Black is pretty safe, but you know, as long as any decent magic shows up. But it is also weak in the fact that if the white magic you need is nowhere to be found, your red mages aren't worth that much at all.
So, just for our viewers' benefit, this is the third time in tournaments that Maya and dem0nfr0g have faced off against each other.
I like how the computer gives me a fighter, thief, thief, fighter. It's like, you want a spicy party, don't you?
Oh, Maya does not want a spicy party.
No, apparently not.
Is this shaping up to be the exact same? No, we got triple red on Maya's side. All right, this is pretty spicy too.
I mean, I like it. It's all or nothing here on these characters. They can wield some swords. They can use some decent gear in the early game, like if you can find them some chains and some silver armors. Again, though, if the magic isn't there, those red mages might be more of a liability.
Yeah, my concern is if this is a seed where fast and temper are late, it's going to feel real bad for the red mage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything that starts falling out of the first four levels for black magic is going to start hurting right there. So it does look like they are ready to go. They seem confirmed in both areas, so long as we're ready, I will release them. And there we go. The checkered flag is waving. The green flag is dropped. We should be on our way momentarily. I don't know race metaphors. I'm assuming that sounds
just all the flags are waving.
All the flags. All the flags. Just wasted flags.
just hopefully not the white one. That's the one. That's the one you wait for when you get Warmech 3 times. Don't bust that one out yet.
So what are you hoping for in this early portion of the game, Edge? Are you going to be nice to them? You want to be mean to them? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for an insta kill spell in the first slot. That's really about it. None of this level 1 nuke garbage.
I saw Fear. I saw Harm 2. Rub, Zap, Fire 2. Yeah, no, you didn't give them anything worthwhile, did you?
Zap is pretty darn solid, especially when you run into enemies that have a lot of resistances but low overall magic defense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to work out pretty well, I think, in ordeals and in Sky and Waterfall. So good to have a lot of charges of those to throw around.
Well, in all honesty, if you run up against a Gatekeeper in either Lich 2 or Carry 2, which is unlikely, but Carry 2 sometimes can be a possibility.
All right, dem0nfr0g just throwing in the towel on this one. We got imps with gaze followed by trance, and that's just
no bueno. Sorry, my stream went down for just a second there. I had to catch up. But yeah, no, those imps are. I mean, gaze isn't the worst. I've seen worse from them, but still, they're stunning you pretty good. And in Mia's case, the inability of the red mages to run is not helping matters.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why you like to have that black mage in the slot as well. One of the better earlier runners in the game.
Mm-hmm. Gets his revenge and sends 4 of those imps off to the 4th dimension, and then goes and saves. Gets a level in the process.
So yeah, in total, got a cabin, 1,500 gold, and a settlement, which is probably worth about the same when you sell it. So that'll give you some money for Provoca, and that's really about it.
I mean, I don't mind that. 3,000 gold, all things considered. That's enough for Provoca, a little bit into Elfland even, as long as you don't find the vendor item. Canoe there from the king, and Sarah has the adamant. The seed is saying you can go either direction. We dare you.
That's a nice time to go and check dwarves out. Then you have one of the key items that you usually want to see, and who knows, maybe you'll find another inner sea fetch quest that you can knock out along the way.
I think with the fact that Fire Cave is incentivized in this particular instance, I'd take the boat over to Provoca. Go see what the pirates have, because you don't want to forget about that. Maybe hit Matoya along the path so you can see whether or not she somehow has the canal, which half the time she seems to have buried in her closet now. Then you go and do Dwarf, and if you haven't managed to get out of the Circle C by then, personally, I like to do the counterclockwise play around the sea before heading with the canoe off into the river system to go hit Incentivized Volcano. Get it all out of the way.
Yeah, it's a good move. The only really weighting factor is how attractive is turning in that adamant early.
I mean, you can catch it on the way.
Oh, Maya lands the zap on Garland. It's a pretty nice move.
Chunk of money over at Matoya's closet. He just stole her whole retirement fund right there, over 25 grand. That's all the spending cash you need for the Circle C at that point.
She had it right. Just pile the gold under the mattress.
I mean, we're all stuck indoors right now. What else is she going to do with that cash?
Certainly don't invest it now.
She looked at her 401k and she's like, "Nah, man. Nah, I got something else I can do."
I'm out. Cash me out.
Sharks have damage poison. That's ugly for this early in the seed.
Yeah, unfortunately, they only show up on the overworld, so you're not going to lose too much time, but it's going to be real annoying when you run into an extra one in C.
Yeah, that's the one that I'd be just a little annoyed by, is the one in C when you're no longer expecting it. So Quad X looks to be about the best black magic spell we have.
All right, so we got Zap, we got Quad X, and this is looking good.
Need. Yeah, Invis 1. Ooh, there's some dodge ability right there.
Invis 1 is actually pretty nice, because when you're down to the chaos fight and your red mages don't have any cure or temper charges left, just forget about buffing the whole party. Just Invis 2 takes too long. Invis 1, fine. The fighter's all that matters.
I agree, but you're always sitting there going, couldn't you just have given me Invis 2? Maybe keep a couple of my characters alive just in case?
No, all they're gonna do is sling potions down.
Pirates don't stand a chance, because even with a low level 2 spell right there, they still only have I think at max 12 health, and they give the floater. Okay, ignore everything I said before. We're hitting the river system because the seed wants us to be in the air in the next 5 minutes.
All right, what's a canal? All right, so this is. I think you might be getting requests to roll a lot more seeds from now.
Except for the magic right there. Yeah, the thing, you're sitting there going, can I sell the canal when I find it? Because it's vendor trash now.
I mean, let's be real. I will trade clunky level 1 and level 2 magic for 8-minute floater any day.
I know, right? I can go check the other shops quickly afterwards. It's not a big deal, really. I mean, they were asking us just to make sure they didn't have to go into Marsh and that they had some decent magic at level 1 and level 2. I think technically we gave them everything they were hoping for.
Yeah, hey, more shark poison.
They just keep it in like sacks in their neck and they spray it at you when they see you.
I suppose it's better than laser beams on their head.
Thanks. Now I have Austin Powers quotes in my head. They'll be there the whole day now. Ooh, Hydras are a little beefy. Not able to go down to a single quad X. So it's being noted that Mia does not have the canoe. That would imply that he has yet to actually kill Garland. Does buy a nice stack of silver swords. No matter what, those red mages are doing something. We are going to have to check and see. Oh, Warp and Brack at level 6. Brack is nice to have a couple shots of just for the Tiamat and Kraken bosses. Very useful. And the crystal, so you can go and hit Matoya again afterwards.
Yeah, this is and knock the adamant out while you're on the way. This is shaping up to give a lot of key items early, which is pretty nice. Primarily because of that experience boost.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're already in the air. Any key item you get, you're going to be able to turn in almost immediately. So, however soon you find all the key items you need to actually finish out the seed, you're go the second you want to be without even having to worry about, man, is this going to lead somewhere? Am I going to have to wait a half an hour to be able to turn it in? No, you're good. You can just go.
Oh yeah, Maya's got to be dancing in his chair now.
And the tail, so you can class change the second you want, because neither of them took a black belt, so who cares?
Oh gosh, alright, well, the world's your oyster now.
You find a piece of gear? Sure, why not? Find a spell you want? Sure, why not? This is everything you could want right now.
Alright, why don't we just put a loose item in here while we're at it? Cold bracelet.
Yeah, no, you actually hit upon something that's kind of important to note. If there's a loose item in Marsh, it could be quite some time before they go and find it. So that's the herb there from the adamant. And Demon Frog flies away. Oh, yeah, let's go do the crystal first.
Yeah, and then Cardia Island's not too far away, just going straight up north from here.
Well, there's one of the key items we need for actual progression, the loot. So we're still looking for the Oxyale, Cube Chime, and Key, and Rock. So basically 5 on the table that we're desperate for. Mia, of course, making his way through the river system now, did kill Garland, does have that canoe. Gonna go turn his floater in just a couple minutes behind. Barely even a lead.
This is a great formation for dem0nfr0g to find. Hot Wings with less than 300 health.
Yeah. Was that off the first power cycle, too?
That was just coincidentally just running around. So.
I mean, it's great levels. He's...
Oh, hey. Cool.
And the loose Q. Oh, my God. And I gotta tell you, that's actually a nasty place normally for it, because I know that I don't tend to think about Zardia Islands until, like...
There's a ribbon in 20k!
Yeah.
What is this seed?
This is amazing. So, 4 items to go. Yeah, no, I agree with Demon. You got a ton of value out of that one tile. I wonder what else is going to be here in the swamp cave that's down here. I mean, I don't hate that mage stick. It's still early enough right now that an extra fire 2 cast that's undefeatable from your fighter, not a bad idea at all. Gonna test these Manticore. Oh, never mind. Nope, apparently Manticores really want you to test them out.
Alright, I apologize for disappearing for a bit. The cat was trying to drink a cup of ranch dressing I had on my desk to go with some chicken dinner.
Speaking of hot wings right there.
Exactly. So, looks like dem0nfr0g's going to promote, but did he find anything else in the other chest?
No, it was just like a falchion and a couple of junk items right there. Vendor trash, really. But now he's a knight, so as soon as he finds anything worthwhile, he is going to be on his way. And it looks like there's at least an opal helmet in the third of the 3 islands.
Yeah, so swamp, not so good.
No.
But,
Swamp and grass didn't have anything, but...
Yeah, dem0nfr0g is doing a good job picking some good encounters to take along the way here.
So yeah, at this point, I think it's like go to Waterfall, go to Ordeals, maybe then go do Ice afterwards once you have a few more levels under your belt. Go hit all the incentivized locations to try and get as many of those cranked out as you do. Oh, and turn in the herb, which he hasn't done yet.
Yeah, I think go straight to Elfland and find out what is at level 3 and level 4 magic is pretty critical. If you find Warp or Exit, it's going to make life so much easier for the rest of the season.
And if the vendor item is there, you already have plenty of money for it.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe working a check of, what is it? The Caravan. Because that doesn't take too long.
No, if you're going over for Waterfall, it's right there. Depending upon how long the run is off the first power cycle. Oh, and an opal. I mean, you want progression, but you're never going to complain about an opal.
No, so you've got silver armor, opal bracelet, gold bracelet already. It's just this is kind of gross.
You're kind of ready. Oh, Ice 3, Lit 3, those are pretty. There's some nice actual clearance spells.
Yeah,
I honestly don't even.
Two of the better ones to find.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I actually don't hate having both of those on the same level because, I mean, you're only going to use them up through like the mid game or so, and different enemies have different weaknesses right there. They're going to share the charges, but you'll probably be able to do just fine with both of them.
Yeah, white magic has looked like junk the first 3 levels.
Ooh, Cure 4. First slot, is that learnable?
That is. So Maya's going to have
Nuke.
Oh, okay, so there's Nuke at 4, so Maya's going to have 3 red mages with Nuke. And 3 red mages with temper. This is.
I mean, at this point.
And 3 red mages with Cure 4. That is an absurdly stacked magic level.
Cure 4 is nice. Life 2, I think, is permanently out, though, if I remember my charges correctly.
Yeah, that is not even learnable post promotion. So sorry.
The only benefit is that if they talked about their parties beforehand, he would know that Mia also doesn't have a white mage, so no one's getting Life 4 or Life 2. In fact, I believe that was the first life spell we've seen in general, so the chances of having life at all are starting to diminish drastically.
Yeah, it has to land pretty early in the list in Melnander Crescent Lake, otherwise you can pretty much forget it.
Exit, wall, ruse.
Yep. So,
not bad.
Yeah, wall learnable. The other 2 not so much. And there's fast at 5. All right, so there's fast and temper. Yeah. Fast, temper
on different levels.
Yeah.
So they're not sharing a level. You got plenty of casts of both of those at this point. I think really what you need now is a good grind tile. Just go get those charges.
Yeah, fast temper nuke, Cure 4. Just get your nuke charges and then go from there. I mean, just go get level 19, and then all the rest of the dungeons are going to be so much easier.
Yeah. mean, I don't want to jinx anything, but this has the makings of potentially being a sub-hour seed, possibly.
Yeah, it all depends whether that last loose item is going to be required or not.
Yep, and that's where the jinx comes in, because, I mean, it looks great right now, but if they have to spend another hour, hour and a half digging for that one item because it's buried somewhere gross, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Maya flushing the mage staff just figures, I got enough magic. We're good.
I can't say I blame him, honestly. You've got good stuff at level 3, Ice and Lightning, and if this is your first dungeon right here, Mage Staff isn't going to do anything for you.
Yeah, it's pretty good for clearing out packs of unrunnables and earth and
Ice. Yeah.
Ice, yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking he may be not enjoying the poison sound and wants to go get some cure potions. Yep, there we go. Just a little. And some houses, because you've got money to spare, and those are cheap.
Yeah, Maya checking the white magic shop just to make sure that Lit 3 and Ice 3 is what he wanted. And not the possibility of fade.
Yeah. So now I think we're on for a real dive here at Volcano for dem0nfr0g. Gonna finish checking those few chests that he had from before they didn't do. Especially the ones up in the corner that people sometimes tend to, like, forget or just ignore me. That's fine. There we go.
It's cool. They just waxed the floor. He slid by a little bit.
I mean, if these R-Giants are decently killable, this is a nice tile, especially if you can get them to show up with more than one Agama, because I think this is the R-Giant 3 Agama tile, and that's good experience right there.
Yeah, this is all that you need. Just hit this tile a bunch of times. You can get the one by the door, and
exactly.
There's level 9
and
for you.
He has a stack of houses. He doesn't even have to worry about it. Hit those and take the lava tiles back out, and he's golden. Oh, and then the EXP pinatas right here.
Yeah, also another option, and honestly, I would be tempted to just run away from this and just think, I'd rather use my charges on Agama R-Giant.
I mean, yeah. But the fact of the matter is oh, okay, now that they're actually appearing to be just slightly beefy. I mean, the fact of the matter is you've got a stack of houses, you can go buy more pretty quickly, because you're right near Crescent. It doesn't hurt to get a little extra experience, so when you save for the first time, you have even more charges.
Alright, we've got...
Blossom Moon!
Okay. I've practiced so many of these seeds. Why can't I get one like this?
I know! This is the jettiest seed! Oh my god.
I'm gonna need to figure out what to do with the rest of this, time. Block out 2 hours for this. I'm gonna get 45 minutes back. What do I do with that?
This is the most ridiculous seed, I swear. And they both have got to be sitting there going, "Oh my god, this is so jetty." Where's the other person? Are they close to finishing? What's going on? Where's Go Mode at? This is going to be in their mind the whole time because of how fast this is going.
Yeah, Maya's just thinking, well, dem0nfr0g's in Topher already.
Especially if they find a couple more of the key items that they need right off the bat, they're gonna both be wondering how long it is before the other person finishes. So far, they've pulled this tile 3 times, and it's only given them an Agama 1 each time. So this is the 3 Agama tile, right? This isn't just a 1 and 1.
Yeah, he's just this is 1 to
3. It's just bad luck so far.
He's just
Okay.
And Maya is feeling the heat a little bit here, but it really doesn't even matter at this point, because you can just heal up and walk out, and it's just a short trip via the airship away.
And it's even the thing of, even if he dies, you gotta sit there going, well, I know exactly what I want. I'm just gonna come back here for that Masamune, and then I'll just go and do my grind again. There's barely any time lost with the way this is set up. Oh yeah, and these peds are giving him the business right here.
Yeah, and Boop just got booped, so yeah, he's gonna have to go back and open that.
So the Agamas have glare, which makes them a little less tempting. But I think only a little.
Yeah, if you found a ribbon already, just put
Yeah.
that on the lead slot character, and if one of your mages dies, it's not the end of the world.
I mean, this is the kind of scene where you're sitting there going, levels are going to be hard to get anyway because of how jetty this is. Dropping a man or two so that a couple of them will be nice and beefy. That's the goal right there. What 2 to 3 man strats for this scene?
Well, you have two different options: either 2 to 3 man, or take your really efficient grind here and just get everybody to about 24 and nuke your way through Temple of Fiends.
And that is something worth noting, is the fact that no matter how jetty this seed might seem right now, Topher could have other ideas. I've gotten into Topher and then spent 45 minutes stuck in it just because of how bad the bosses can be. So, yeah, it just depends.
Yeah, sometimes Tiamat just rolls, 2,000 HP. Not much you can do.
Yeah. 2,000 HP, 3 different types of insta-kill spells, a nuke and a nuclear, and you're like, well, I'm in this for a while now.
I might as well grab a Snickers.
So Mia's found the lovely grind tile. Looks like he's going to focus on it for a little while.
Yeah, and using the zaps to good effect too. Taking down the Agamas, saving the ice tiles, or excuse me, the ice charges.
There's an ice sword as well if you feel like one of your red mages wasn't doing enough with that silver sword. Obviously, your fighter doesn't need it at this point because he's gotten something much better. Chat's discussing right now how bad the Topher could actually be. Ooh, Flame Shield, there's some more dice gear for them. Discussing the Gurmedusa of Death that we had from last year's tournament. And that's the thing, is you never know how Topher is going to shake out. Everything can seem happy and pretty right up until you get in here. Our dragons have less than 300 health.
That's so nice to know that they're quad-exable too.
If you happen to find a tile with them on it, they're a great grind as well.
Alright, finding Light Axe before Ice Dive, also good.
2 blue Ds. Ooh, that is spicy right there.
Yeah, honestly, I would do the exact same thing. Just grab the experience and go.
Okay, so they have over 300 health. Not quite 400 from the look of it.
Yeah, so an annoying range for Quad-X users for sure. And Demon's gonna have to get through that tile again a couple more times.
Yeah, I'm not sure he has the charges to use warp from where it was at. Warp was at level 6, so probably not with his levels right now.
Yeah, he would need 16 on the Black Mage, so not yet, but getting there.
I don't know, I think I'd take the fight coming in, I'd take the fight coming out, I'd kill him both times to get the experience, and I'd go straight to carry.
See, 3 blue Ds,
Ew.
not exactly what you're looking for. This is even worse.
That is gross. Yeah. And the chime! So air is open now. Everyone who wants to shout sky, sky, sky in chat, feel free.
Yeah, how appropriate after the Black Mage just got his bell rung.
In the first round, with a knockout, the RNQ.
Oh, the blue D is in the second round.
Oh,
this is
that's
looking
bad.
real bad now.
That's bad.
How spicy are you feeling, Demon?
I mean, I kind of feel like you're here. You gotta try.
So you have the opal bracelet, you have
Yeah.
a ribbon, you have a
Yeah.
Rasmussen wielder, and you have a charge of nuke and or tier 4.
I've hit a carry on these flags that has been less than 300 health. There is a possibility she could die to a single quad axe.
All right, here we go. We doing temper strats? Nope, just here's the nuke.
And then she cracks that one hard. And Blaze. Quad X comes out.
Okay, just throwing it out. Nope. All right, good luck.
And Carrie's like, I played with my food. Now, here you go. And
one more try.
Done.
Nope. Yeah, that's real scary.
Yeah,
and
that's
dem0nfr0g loses a lot of progress too. That's a lot of levels that he left on the table there.
I don't know that I'd be too stressed about it with that grind tile up front. And about the only things you saw that were really worthwhile was, I think, a flame shield and that chime. Like, I think I'd probably just grind another 5-10 levels and then just come down, do a quick dive through those key areas and be done with it. I mean, carry can be scary, as they're saying in chat, scary carry. But the fact of the matter is that you're in a position right now where you can still easily get your levels for the end game. I think treating her with kid gloves is the wrong reaction.
Yeah, and I think diving right back in is also the wrong reaction. Just, you got that tile up front. Just get some more levels going back down there and smash her around when you've got like another 200 HP on everybody.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem is the fact that you got to think, yeah, you know where the chime is and you want it, but you got to get through an R and Kilo tile, and they hit like trucks, and that blue D tile twice. If any of those ambush you, which at the levels you're at is a strong possibility, you're going to be sent right back to the start again. And he's ignoring the chime.
This is interesting. He's probably going to kill Carrie and then go back for it.
I guess. It seems inefficient to me.
It's more efficient than going through with only 2 party members left.
2 red mages, no less. Keeping the fighter up front, gonna hope, and I don't even think he attacked. I think I may have seen the cursor grow over weight. Okay, nope.
Low nuke rolls.
Low everything rolls. That's a actually fairly high absorby carry, and that fighter is gone.
Alright, here we go.
Nuke, and a Quad X. Ineffective!
Oh, she's got a lot of health. Quad X might work now, though.
Could. Nope. So this is...
this is...
Oof.
Yeah, we're gonna see some turn order fights here. This is only hope is that it works here.
Oh! You're lucky. That was a clench maneuver right there. Just really praying you make it through.
And speaking of praying that you make it through, Maya running through these tiles gets the chime, has to make it through the blue D tile again.
I mean, honestly, all things considered, this was kind of what Mia needed right here. Like, the double dive and not getting the chime immediately means that if Mia can actually take out Carrie here, he could probably be in the lead.
Oh, gets one of the red mages glared though. Just a random Agama going first. Yeah, this is gonna be a little dicey.
Gonna be a little tight.
Definitely need some. Yeah, he's gonna need some crits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bert asking in chat if Demon went back for the chime. He did not. He knows where it is though, so it's a bit of a relief for him. But it is still that thing of he doesn't have it yet, so he will have to make that dive at some point.
I feel like he's in a situation where you would just want to put the opal bracelet on the knight. It's the highest absorb thing that you have right now, and just stack everything.
I'd agree with that, but thankfully a low roll from Carrie followed by actually a halfway decent roll from the fighter, considering how much Demons was doing. That actually amounted to a good amount of damage right there.
Yeah, the turn order has been pretty favorable for Maya right now. And he's probably looking at this like, how much HP does she have? It doesn't lose a party member.
So we got Demon doing his dive into Ice Cave right now. Getting the loose TNT. So that's the 2 loose that actually matter. Technically, whenever they want to be at this point, they can be in go mode.
Alright, cool. So if you use the warp trick, you get the other loose item. This is insane.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a crazy seed that pretty much anyone who's ever played this game would desperately hope for. I mean, I think we're going to see him do chest checks here in this dungeon. Probably do a little more checking in a couple of the others, like at least the greed areas, the treasuries and so forth. Because, you know, the gear options for them are still pretty minimal. He probably wants a little more for his fighter, maybe another ribbon. But this is pretty much everything you want. You can go anytime you want at this point.
Just buy the dang steel armor and you're good.
I mean, honestly, if you don't find anything better in the next couple like big checks you do, I'd probably just live with the opal bracelet and be done with it.
Yeah, also a good option.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anything that's gonna hit one of your mages is gonna kill him anyway.
Yeah, you clear a couple dungeons, you get the money you get from all the monsters you fight along the way. You're gonna hit a grind tile at some point anyway, probably, because this is the kind of jetty seed where you need a grind tile. And then at that point, you'll have all the money. Opal on the fighter, and then you just buy a stack of gold bracelets for everyone else, and then you just consider that done.
So this is interesting. Maya's deferring all the other dungeons in favor of going through ordeals, which is probably the fastest of the remaining ones to do without work.
Mm-hmm. And he's playing the odds of the incentivized items being important in these places. We do still have 2 womps out there, quote-unquote. The Thor Hammer and the Power Bonk, although you're not going to complain about seeing the Power Bonk in a seed this jetty, because you might actually need it. But, so there's a possibility there might be something he doesn't care that much about being here. But I don't hate this play right now, since you're going to have to come here and check these anyway, and even with Demon being in the position he's in, he's still going to be checking chests probably just to find that last little bit of... It's a good play. I mean, we know the best play is eventually when he decides to go to Ice Cave, but right now, this early, it's a good play. dem0nfr0g caught up with a 6-pack of wizards that don't want to let him go. And another light axe, just in case he didn't have enough of them.
Hey, right on time. Oh,
I hear
what quick ordeals! Wow.
Oh my god, was that 3 jumps and he was done?
Yeah, just pick right every time.
So we're gonna build this maze, but all the entrances are gonna be up front.
Well, we know Ice Cave is 100% required.
Woo!
There's ice armor and defense. All right, cool. Do you want to give him the power gauntlet too while we're at it? Just make the knight a one-man killing machine.
We're getting to that point, and he already has the flame shield, so he's gonna have 2 elemental protections right there between his those 2 pieces of gear. That's some real nice protection. Enough that on a decently fair Topher, you don't need anything better. And the white shirt, in case you didn't have enough evade.
Okay, cool. Alright. Don't know if this is required yet. We'll find out.
Trenton mentioning in chat that he has the ribbon on his fighter. Yes, he does, but if he decides that he doesn't want to find another one, and he wants to move that ribbon down to someone else, he still at least has 2 elemental protections. Scums and spiders are no match for a nuke. I play that game. Sometimes it's a simple fact of, you know, if just in case the party doesn't want to let you go, just nuke them down so you can get away. So Demon's doing his recharge right now, getting all of his items back.
Yeah, I guess the one thing about this party is it is going through heal potions at a pretty hot clip.
Cure 4 is at level 4, and that's on the red mages, who don't get magic anywhere near as quickly as the white and blacks. So it's going to take him a little time before he has enough charges of that to actually be worthwhile. That TNT becomes the slab?
Oh no.
Mistake.
Don't microwave it. Come on.
It's already rare. You're good.
Oh.
But a lovely chunk of experience this early in the seed.
No, never send the steak back. That's what happens.
I want to say that blue steak was off the second encounter from a power cycle. That's, and decently quick 1-2 encounter. That's farmable.
Yeah, nice overworld grind. What do we have at Black Magic? Do you want lock? No.
No, he has lock 2 over at level 5, I think. Much better.
Look at level 7 white, so you can see where Fate ended up. No, he's.
So we're going to get to see in a second what the bottle is. Meanwhile, dem0nfr0g, ignoring the top chest from the looks of it, is immediately just going to go and dive right into Earth and see what the rod produces, which should just be a lich and not much else.
Did you just find the chime?
Someone found the chime, I heard it. Yeah, I mean, everyone wants us to go sky, 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 but we already have all the loose items. You can do these in any order. I don't even think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I think the only thing is if you save Earth for last, there's a possibility of things running away from you.
Indeed. Which is always nice, because Earth is, even when you can do it fast, it's still the sloggiest one to get. It's the curious thing about Final Fantasy is the fact that the worst dungeons to get through for just their layout and how many times you have to go in and dip them and everything else are also all the ones that are loaded up front. As you get through the game, the dungeons just get faster to get through.
Yeah, and then you get all the spellcasting magic or items too, which makes it even easier. Thanks,
yeah.
Man.
No, the game is perfectly balanced, we swear, whatever.
Stupid Zeus gauntlet.
I mean, it's okay gear. It's not like the Zeus gauntlet from Final Fantasy IV, which you desperately want.
No, images with ice too. Alright, there's the power gauntlet. So, yeah, that TNT very much required.
Yeah, if you want that power gauntlet, that is a necessity right there.
Or we haven't found the Thor hammer yet, so it's possible, but it's looking very likely that TNT is required.
Yeah, more than likely. The odds of it, because you are correct, the Thor hammer is the only thing we have left, and it's going to be on an incentive location. So it looks like we found some maxed price gold bracelets over at Canaria, which I never remember to go check.
I'm very curious why Maya sold the ice armor and kept the silver armor on the night.
I think he was desperate to try and get more golds for his wizards to keep them alive. That's just it's grind tile money is what you need for.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, you can just throw the opal bracelet up there anyway.
It's either that or he's just sitting there going, the protection on them is the same as the ice armor, basically. If I'm never moving this ribbon, then I never have to worry about it, and I can get the money off of them.
Now, Ice Armor is about as good as Steel is, just without the evasion penalty. It's a nice upgrade.
Well, there you go then. So yeah, that is a question. I tend to get Silver and Steel confused in my head because they both start with S.
Yeah, Silver Absorb was actually worse than Iron Armor, but it has a much less of a penalty. Or much less severe evasion penalty.
Yeah, it's much more evadey because it's quote unquote lighter.
The dem0nfr0g's still not happy with the gear at large. Just gonna dig out more chests here. Gonna get rubbed too. Oh, that feels bad.
I mean, yeah, but the only thing he really has to stress about at this point is the speed bump at the end of this. Like, 3 nukes. Oh, hey, look, there's that dragon armor you can equip, but can't really see right now.
Yeah,
let's kill your.
Sounds pretty good.
Let's kill your fighter, but then give him dragon armor, just as an apology.
So yeah, that's the one thing that I'm looking at this and thinking it must be pretty frustrating to have the fighter die twice in front of fiends.
Yeah.
Like now you just feel bad taking any fights from here on out, just to have the experience get unbalanced.
I still want the charges. I mean, this quick Topher is going to really come down to those charges. So now that ichbinmiah has the TNT that was loose up here, he gets to decide just how much of this dungeon he is going to check, as well as any dungeon in the future. Smugzug in chat calls the dragon armor the fighter's burial armor. It's true. He gets buried in something really pretty now.
It's purely ceremonial, not for battle use.
No. Obviously, because he's dead. I don't think dem0nfr0g's going to have too much of an issue here. Short of, Lich somehow managing to get the 1 nuke that's in the pool, he should have this just fine with the 3 nuke casters.
Like those dragon teeth that are stuck on the pauldrons, you just get stuck walking through doors all the time. It's a mess. It's just not fun. It's actually just the coffin from Dragon Quest.
Has dragon in the name. So here we are with our pool of Lich. 3 nuke casts, and I'll be surprised if he lasts past this round. 244, 1 slight smack for 21 damage. 242. 310, and that Lich is gone. So, 2 dungeons, 2 fiends, 2 crystals on the board. Still has to go back and get that chime, which he might be doing right about now. But Demon's in a good place. Has to go and revive that fighter again, of course.
Yeah, so right now it's just a race to see how fast you can get through all of these optional dungeons.
I don't think we've seen the vendor item yet, which would imply it's at Onrak, Sahara, or the Oasis, or Gaia. Wait, no, we saw Gaia.
Yeah, Maya already dropped the bottle off, so it's probably in Onrak area. Which,
yeah, one of the 2 places.
I imagine people are waiting to kind of route that in more efficiently. Like, oh, let me turn in everything else. Maybe I find the Oxyel. No, it's going to be Oxyel for sale there.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking, at this point, the likelihood is it's Oxyel floating at Waterfall or for sale at one of the 2 locations right there. That is prime, just go mode right there.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone tries to mix that in with, a slab turn-in, run to Lufan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you just sail east from Lufane after you do the turn-in, and you're immediately at the Oasis waterfall area. Sail, fly, whatever. There's the rod for Mia. And at this point, Demon Frog might have a couple charges of that warp that he can use to at least skip a couple of these long.
I mean, at this point, he's got a bunch of spell charges and nothing really to spend it on. Just killing the blue dragons twice might not be a bad idea.
Has to deal with some bull first, though.
That's a lot of bull.
That's a lot of bull. Here, these blue Ds. Yeah, it's hard to say if Demon is really in the lead or not, because while he was doing some of his clears, ichbinmiah did go and take care of ordeals and got the stuff that was in there, and got some good gear in the process.
Alright, well, time to stock up on items again. Can you just sign up for a heal potion subscription service at this point?
Delivered right to your door.
Yeah, just give me like just drop them off at the airship. Just give me 20 at the end of every dungeon.
Oh, if only. Of course, with the coronavirus right now, all your health pots are about 2 weeks out. It's going to take time for them to show up.
Could please wait 3 to 6 weeks. In the development channels about maybe like a buy max option as well, so it'd be cool to see if that turns into a thing.
That would be really hot. Okay, now that my stream is back up again. Here we go, and Demon is crashing into the mountains over by Lufane before deciding to actually stop off and go.
Yeah, that'd be a 0-pointer in Pilot Wing, so you gotta try not to do that.
So Amiya does his turn in for the TNT to continue that fetch quest. Demon is over here doing his turn in. Gonna see if we get the lovely Thor hammer or the Oxtail. The key, which I forgot we still needed.
Yeah, that is a key item, alright.
And technically it opens up more checks, but I'm pretty sure he's not gonna make any of them.
Yeah, all the ribbons are in Sky anyway, he's fine.
Yeah, no, you're right there. You just go to Sky.
Yeah, I mean, Sky is open to do right now if he just wants to knock another dungeon out.
Seriously, I absolutely would. I'd go and I'd hit the first floor. I'd go all the way up. I'd hit the third floor. Maybe hit a couple of greed chests along the way between the floors, and then whatever gear I get's the gear I'm keeping.
Alright, Maya's just gonna go charge ahead and do Waterfall into Ordeals. Or excuse me, Waterfall into Honor.
Has he hit the Oasis yet to see if the item's there?
No, dem0nfr0g just did though. Well, I think Maya did. I didn't see what was there. dem0nfr0g found a whole lot of nothing though.
Perfect.
Yeah, the big thing though, yeah, Maya doesn't have any money right now, even if he does know that the item is there. So yeah, time to run through the waterfall, get some levels, get some money.
See if there's a good grind tile. Yeah.
Use those zaps.
And then get back out and get some potions or dash to his airship.
Yeah. Well, he's just had pure potions, heals, and a cabin. It's like the Aldi down the street from him.
A little picked over right there.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So it looks like, yeah, OnRack is going to be the place to go at this point if you want that key item, because it's not anywhere else. And we're pretty much reduced to, at this point, doing walking grinds for both of our parties, because they haven't found anything too spicy. Oh, yep, Oxyale for sale right there.
Yeah, there you go. All right,
C's on the table.
All right, so does this mean this is the ruby into Thorhammer then?
Probably.
Oh, that doesn't feel good.
No.
Well, we haven't turned in the slab yet either, so we don't know that. Or no, the dem0nfr0g did, and that was required. So yeah, Maya has to decide between slab or ruby.
That's not exactly an easy call to make, because that walk is long, and if this turns out to be, what you want, you don't have to make the walk then.
Yeah, fortunately Maya has picked up enough cash, just, with these chests and these fights, to pick up the Oxyale. And dem0nfr0g is just motoring.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's got the dragon armor. He's got a ribbon. He's got the Opal O and a power bonk. Doesn't have the defense, but if he pops by ordeals on the way and decides to check any of those chests, he'll have it then. It's like that and the white shirt were so easy to get. This is, I could see him totally being like, this is the gear I need, we're done. Mia, unfortunately, has to walk out of the waterfall because it looks like he doesn't have the warp charges. Still just gunning down towards the seafloor. Gets one of the unrunnable Sahag packs that we won't have to see much more past this point. From what I understand on the beta and alpha side of the website, these have been made so they are no longer forced unrunnables all the time, which is lovely. Hey, an axe! Great!
Yeah, it's pretty okay.
It boasts. It's nowhere near as good as it says.
Well, speaking of pretty okay, depending on how these zombie dragons have rolled, this could be a pretty okay grind tile too. Mm-hmm. Got lots of Fire 2 charges to just dump into this for...
Oh, heck yeah. And a Mage Staff still. He's got all the charges he needs. This is fine.
Yeah, Mage Staff, Light Axe, Fire 2, yeah, you're good. Just, yeah, this might be just an in-place grind where Demon gets all the levels that he wants.
That's a nice place for it, too, since you're right next to a wall tile right there with a door. You're not going to get any encounters off of this. Just up and down on these two, and you're done.
Yeah, the paralysis touch was a little unfortunate. I don't think it should happen as often as it did in that fight, though, just based off of magic defense and the fact that they only get one hit. So, yeah.
And Demon's
just going to still charge ahead.
And they seem to be only around like 200-ish health, so he's getting low rolls on his Fire 2s right now, but even then, I think this is a fine grind. Especially if all they decide to do is go after your fighter, because it doesn't really matter if he casts.
Yeah, also of note is the menuing to get through this fight is remarkably quick with Fire 2 in the first slot, so Demon's had enough, but it's good for a couple of levels. Hey, how about Ice 3 charges?
I mean, this pack is worth a lot. He might not need to go for a grind tile at this point, but you certainly don't complain about getting some bonus experience while you're walking.
Oh, they're a little chunky, though. I think, 3 Ice 3s not taking the whole pack out is a little worrisome.
It's really a bother if you end up getting a lot of them on the seafloor of Topher, because sometimes these guys can come every other step, and in packs with, like, Nagas as well. They can be kind of ugly.
Yeah. Fortunately, it doesn't look like they're unrunnable, so that's going to help out a lot. But there's still the Naga water tile, which we have no idea what that is. And thanks to Encounter Shuffle, you get to see it a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm. Gonna take this tile again, though. Does switch one of his Ice 3s over to a nuke cast, though. Oh yeah, he's getting like max rolls. Whew.
Yeah, so it looks like the waters have about 500
600?
HP.
Yeah. I mean, it's lovely experience, but I think you'd be done.
Yeah, I mean, this has been pretty solid, all in all. Just use up the spell charges that you have to get some good experience and get out.
Meanwhile, Mia is suddenly right on dem0nfr0g's tail. Went from easily being a couple minutes back to like half a floor behind now.
Yeah, but dem0nfr0g has already done Earth as well, so that's kind of, the league keeps pinballing back and forth, and I think when everything shakes out, dem0nfr0g is going to be ahead by about half a dungeon, I think.
It's possible. Yeah, because Ordeals isn't that long, especially with how we saw how quickly it is to get through it. So it's really just a matter now at this point of how long it takes for Mia to get through Earth in comparison. And if he skips that Earth Floor 4 Treasury, he's going to miss out on that Dragon Armor.
It's fine, he's got Silver Armor.
That he went out of his way to keep, no less.
At this point, I think he's committing very hard to throwing the Cheerio on the fighter,
yeah,
and just going from there. And nice enough, the red mage can equip Silver Armor, so
useful. Don't even have to buy any more gold. So Demon's going all-out damage against this Kraken while putting a sacrificial lamb up front.
Yeah, and this Kraken is doing less damage than Carry 1 did, so good stuff.
Oh, boss shuffle.
That is a lot of HP on this guy, though.
Yeah. Well, he's not getting very good rolls off of his nukes, either. But does eventually go down. And just shy of an hour, dem0nfr0g already has 3 of his orbs lit. That is blisteringly fast.
Yeah, we're on a pretty sick pace here. Buy 10 more Oxyels, you'll try.
Trenton in chat commenting that this isn't proper social distancing of the players since they're like right on top of each other. I have to agree. They need to be a little further apart in their directions that they're.
So is like one tile 6 feet? Is that how that works?
They keep high-fiving. That's not right. And now Demon, of course, immediately going over to do Sky. Gonna finish that up now. I mean, you're here. Why not?
This is so fast right now that I'm surprised that dem0nfr0g has the levels that he does. I would definitely have been struggling to get to the magic level 24.
Yeah, he's trucking right through this.
He's gonna check the first floor Mirage, though.
I agree with this. He's still hoping for some of those buff items that he wants, and he could really use another ribbon just to round out his gear right now. Or the katana no one can use. Sure.
Should've brought a thief.
I don't think it would have hurt at this point, honestly. Nothing he likes, moves on.
Ooh, pack of hot dogs.
He doesn't care, though. Now, if he checks this floor, I'd be surprised.
Too many nitrates.
That's what makes them tasty. Oh, he does check this floor.
He's gonna go for this floor, too. That's interesting. If he's gonna commit to continually clearing this gives Maya a little bit of a window.
I certainly agree with hitting the greed chest areas, like floor 1, which is easy to get into, and if you don't like it, a quick reset out. Going and checking some of these other ones, though, that's a little weird for me.
Alright, Thor Hammer incoming.
I kind of hope he just turns, looks at the screen, and then just drops it on the floor as he walks away. He's already finished water, the one area where it'd actually be useful, even. I mean, as Burt Reynolds in chat points out, they don't have Life or Life 2 available. They do need more levels than they might otherwise, but it's still the matter of, at a certain point, if you're that worried about it, you know where a couple decent grind tiles are.
Alright, so Maya just says forget it, throws the
Yep.
throws the Thor hammer back on the ground, picks the ruby back up.
I can lift this, but that doesn't mean I want it.
Just give me the gem back. No
I think he has his menu set just the way he wants right now. Heals in the right spot, he needs that ruby. It's more valuable to him.
Alright, let's see if the chest checking continues.
Oh, the vampires have no health. That is a nice find right there.
Yeah, and with all these encounters, he's already up to level 22, so maybe it's just a matter of, hey, I'm going to check some chests, I'm going to kill a bunch of enemies, and get experience along the way.
And he is skipping some. He didn't go with the bottom chest right there. That would have been the fastest to get to from his starting position. He's going to check this one, because this is the one that has the most chests on this floor. It's not a terrible thought. The walking grind. It's just a very lengthy walking grind. But, I mean, he has the levels. It's not like it's hurting him right now.
I mean, if he finds anything good equipment-wise, it's going to pay off. Otherwise, he probably should have just parked that volcano and thrown a bunch of ice 3s around.
You got the charges at this point. Wants nothing to do with the bad men. There's a ribbon. And an opal shield.
Not only that, yeah, opal shield, so it's a nice bump. So yeah, that's going to make a pretty big difference, especially since there are no life casters.
Yep. Skips the bottom chest still, not surprising, because there's only like the one that's in there.
Not gonna take the manticores, interesting. They usually die to a few ice 3s.
They really want you to fight them, though. No, no! You're not running from me, I swear.
Please reconsider.
We have brochures. Have we told you about our way?
Oh god, it's so hot up here. The air conditioning broke 200 years ago. Oh
no! Thanks, game. Thanks, game.
Please commit or don't. This dem0nfr0g, please.
The Final Fantasy special right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's just the game, though. Get everything but one cleared out, no matter how many charges it took. Oh, no, we'll let you run now. It's fine.
Alright, Maya, meanwhile, at level 20 already. Okay, ribbon number 3. We're good.
There we go.
You can stop now. Second katana that you also can't use.
There's absolutely no reason to check anything else, Demon. You're good. If you want levels, just go play on the Bridge of Destiny. You're fine.
I mean, even nuke these? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 9-pack. There's some good bonus experience there.
I guess you
Popcorn.
could just fire to a bunch of Gurmaduses and get it that way, but I would prefer to have the spell charges up front. Maybe he just knows he's gonna run into Warmech at 22 is right where you need to be.
Just summoning it. Single Chimera. The fight and run. That's a maneuver I will do. And does check these last 4. I mean, I guess if you find Aegis, that's nice, but otherwise...
Where's my defense sword? It is yet.
You haven't gone to Ordeals. You still have to do something first. Not that I'm sure he'll go to Ordeals. He has all the items he needs. If he really wants that bonk, that's the only reason to go there.
Maya landing on the same mountain range.
So neither of these guys have practiced flying.
I mean, it's kind of like when you get like a new rental car or something, and it's just like, man, this feels so weird. He knew!
You called it!
He knew! 100%! Oh, he might die here too, but he's got a couple of cure forecasters.
He needs a power of position right here. Yeah, he's just gonna double cast it. He doesn't even want to risk it.
Yeah, and this actually will work good if Warmech goes and punches him. Alright. That still is pretty solid, because I think the Lit 2 brought him right into punching range again.
Yep. Yeah, he was down to like 50 health by the end of it. And honestly, Warmech didn't have that much health for a boss level character.
No, he did not, and that's level 20. That's level 23. He's not too far off from 24 either.
If he gets the second one, he'll be good to go. Yeah, I'd skip the airs.
Cans.
Airs generally hit too hard and just aren't worth the effort. So as dem0nfr0g is exiting this dungeon, Mia is entering the dungeon. And the big difference between these two guys is the gear that they have. Since Mia has the defense sword, the white shirt, and the power bonk all in his possession, all basically thanks to Ordeals.
Yeah, meanwhile, dem0nfr0g has two extra ribbons, so...
I mean, if Mia is going to check any chests, it'll be the ones on in this dungeon right here. He just has to have the Galaxy Brain move to check Skyfloor 1.
I mean, even if he checks Skyfloor 4, it'll pay off for him. They'll find at least one of them.
Also find that those vampires are pretty easy to take out. dem0nfr0g pulling Tiamat, meanwhile, going out with more of that big damage right there, and Tiamat crumbles.
Yeah, not a lot in the whole HP department there, and that's 4th Orb lit at 110. How do you feel about your chances, dem0nfr0g? You gonna open any more chests, or are we just getting the hell out?
I think he's sitting there going, I am going to go set a new record for Swiss flags. Go buy some heal pots, go over to Topher, and just finish this out.
Yeah, this is gonna be a real fast race. Oh, that's pretty clever too. Oh, was he gonna? Should I check the key chest? Yes, no, yes, no. All right, what if it's the 4th ribbon?
Maybe my bonk or my defense sword is here.
He's gonna find a Vorpal and be real sad. Dragon sword and power staff. All right. Hey, quick, turn it on and off again. Oh, Maya not checking the right room in here. Gets the easy 4 on the way through.
I mean, he still has 1 ribbon. It's not the end of the world if he doesn't get anything else, but he'll be regretting it a little once he realizes.
Well, it depends. If this is a cakewalk Temple of Fiends, both of these guys are just going to launch through it head first.
Yeah, what Mia really needs right now to be able to take this is for Demon to have 1 bad wipe. That's basically, or for him to just keep checking spells and chests.
I gotta get that Invis 1.
Going with the Fog 2s. Want that extra bit of absorb.
Alright, and we have level 6.
Invis 2. Wisely knowing he can actually get that spell.
This is kind of interesting, because it looks like he's setting up to play this Temple of Fiends very defensively. And I suspect that Maya is just gonna nuke everything and try to get through.
Yeah, he's gonna blitz it. I'm pretty sure of that. So 113, 40 seconds. Demon teases us by not actually entering the Temple of Fiends. And let's try that again, shall we? At 113.52, dem0nfr0g is the first player to officially enter the Temple of Fiends.
Yeah, Maya hitting Tiamat right on time, but this is he's got to go now.
It is dem0nfr0g's race to lose right now, and certainly Temple of Fiends' race to win.
Yeah, Maya really needs something high variance to happen to kind of even things out, like a low HP Lich that goes first and throws out Nuke. Oh, there's the Saria tile. Where were you, ball game?
It would have been lovely to have net then. Yeah, the downside is that anything that can really, really hurt me, dem0nfr0g right now could also spell real trouble for Mia. Because if any of the...
he has to...
You're gonna say?
Yeah, he's got to stop in Canaria, pick up heal potions. I don't know if he's going to pick up any more spells. Probably not going to get Invis 2 anytime soon. But yeah, it's basically... Maya needs to dodge like nukes and nuclears and swirls and tornadoes, and dem0nfr0g needs to get hit by them. So I think the fastest way Maya is going to catch up is if dem0nfr0g has to do a bunch of menuing that Maya doesn't have to.
Well, and it's funny, too, if you think about it, because he's at the 115 mark, and he hasn't quite entered the Temple of Fiends. He checked Ordeals, and he checked Titan. 2 things which we know weren't that valuable. But it's the fact of the matter is that normally when you're at 115, you're like, oh, I'm good to go. But he actually, well, ironically, probably feels a little behind.
He's getting pro rings for the rest of the crew here, which is a pretty good move.
Solid protection, death protection.
Yeah, we know there's a Quad X floating around in the boss script, so we haven't seen Toxic yet, so. But yeah, dem0nfr0g, I would say, is probably, about a half a dungeon ahead. It's just how efficient can we knock this out?
Getting caught up by encounters like this is certainly not going to help.
Is this unrunnable? It is. Yeah, this is one of those where it's just fight and wait, I think, is the best move. But dem0nfr0g's also paying for not having Zap on the red mages and black mages.
I think for a while there, that was the only spell ichbinmiah had.
It's a good spell.
I mean, I crapped on it because they didn't get any of like the standard sweepers, but it is a solid spell, no doubt.
It's no nuke, but you could do worse. Like Rub. Rub is terrible.
I mean, if I see it and like Ice 3 at the same level, I'll buy both.
So yeah, Maya is taking out these fights a lot more efficiently than Demon is. But Maya also doesn't have the levels that Demon does. That might make a pretty big difference.
Depends on the Topher we find. If a Demon does go much more defensively from like carry onwards, because I mean, let's face it, no one respects Lich. Then that could be a different matter altogether.
Gosh, the third encounter with these guys.
They seem like they're the common encounter.
Yeah, Maya is well.
Oh, but the Earths are unrunnable too.
Yeah. Oh. Well,
this
depending on how much HP that these guys have, this could be a much easier fight.
We would say that Lich is the speed bump here, but this just feels like one long rumble strip of an Earth 2 floor.
Both of them are asleep at the wheel.
The bowling bumpers are set up so they just gently coast through them.
Well, I mean, if Maya needs experience, this is the floor that is going to 100% force him to get it. But yeah, just 3 zap charges. He's going to get through this a lot faster.
I mean, as long as any of them hits.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Much better.
Yeah, so this is looking like the exact same encounter table.
And I think I hear your cat co-commentating in the background.
Yeah, she's like, why hasn't the ribbon been moved to the life caster? And I have to explain there's no life caster.
Very, very, very strong play there from your cat. Oof. 6 zaps to finally take down that one Mudgull. Feels bad.
Yeah, it's usually more accurate than that, but it's the downfall of insta-kills. But
that said, it's oh, he doesn't even it's level 1, of course, so it's not like you don't have charges to burn of it.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing of note, though, is that Maya was basically like 4 floors behind and has closed the gap to just 1. We know he's going to run into another set of encounters here, but he could do a lot worse.
These are certainly helping him for the levels that he needs to get through this at this point.
Yeah, I can't believe how much Zap is missing these guys. It feels real bad. In fact, this is with only 2 of them, I think I would have just gone all physical.
So he's about to make his Lich pull, while Demon is 2 floors ahead, going up against his first attempt at Kraken. Throws one of the red mages up as a sacrificial lamb. Gets the fast setup. Gonna go with a nuke, a fight, and another nuke.
Well, the cat knocks over everything on my desk. Let's see, is this Lich? Nope, Lich is dead. Alright, cool.
So Kraken takes 5 hits from a fasted Mazamoon, only takes 150 damage, and then swings back and takes out one of the red mages. This is a buff Kraken.
Yeah, Demon's gotta hope for some pretty good turn order here.
There goes the Black Mage. That's pretty bad turn order. A Lit 2 is actually one of the things he wants to see here. 29 hits, or 29 damage off of 1 hit. Ouch.
Yeah, that's not so good. Now is not the time that you want him to crank up the evasion. But yeah, Quad X territory. I mean, he did enough damage where it was a viable option.
But you gotta keep that red mage alive, because otherwise you have no buffs. And if this Chaos has, like, any defense at all, that is gonna suck.
Yeah, this is gonna get real dangerous right now, and this is where dem0nfr0g would wish that he had the defense sword. Still doable, but it's real scary now.
Yeah, it's hard not to think that, in the right context, that Kraken might have been just a little better with some Invis 2s. The white shirt, the defense sword, and a power bonk would have made that a whole lot more manageable.
Oh, so that's where Crack was, but it's a good thing he's got a bunch of ribbons.
I always fear when it comes out, though, just because, the number of times I've been cracked through a ribbon. 10 hits for 184, and the Cure 4 on Tiamat.
Okay, that doesn't feel so good.
That's a little scary right there, and he doesn't have as many of the buffs. Oh, and Nuclear. That's lovely.
Okay, you might have to buckle in for this one.
Yeah, he's starting to get the Invis 2 casts ready, but he's going to be burning through his vital Cure or temper charges with those cures that he has to cast. 8 hits for 187, slowly getting up there. But this is not a pretty fight whatsoever. Nuclear comes out again.
Second Nuclear, yeah, that's not good.
That's not good.
The Red Mage, fortunately.
8 hits for 187, still managing to get out some damage. 10 hits for 307, there we go. Finally getting something cranked out here. 239. Woo! Spicy. 10 hits for 68, and a
Nuclear!
No!
Wow!
And still above 300 health. And and just like a slap in the face, I'm going to finish you off with Lightning 3.
Okay, well, Maya's kind of in the same boat here. It feels real bad, except he's got an extra party member that survived through this.
That is rough. That was an ugly Tiamat.
Yeah, Tia is definitely the gatekeeper, and I think the evasion wasn't the issue, it was the absorb. Demon also got fairly unlucky by not getting a lot of crits off of the Mazmian.
Yeah, no, his Mazamun was not swinging the way it needed to.
So Maya can definitely set up for this fight a lot more efficiently. You've got two, a fast caster, a temper caster.
He's got the bonks too. Yeah, no, it's a matter of he has the bonks too, and he has the fact that he has just with those bonks he can afford to spend those Cure 4s a little more liberally.
Oh, the wall charge is coming out too, and that's a good move. He doesn't know that cracks in the first slot, but that's going to save him a lot of agony.
Mia's PowerPoint slideshow is showing us that the wall did get cast.
There's the Cure 4, so spellcast good. Not spellcast bad.
Now he just has to hope that Tia has a long list of spells so that he doesn't get cycled back over to Cure 4 before he's done with all of what he's doing.
Yeah, so there's the Invis ones coming out as support. He
Smart.
has no idea that the he has no idea what's coming up. Crack is a free turn, but then comes 3 nuclears. So
luckily survives that crack. 10 hits for 308. That's much better damage than what Demon was generally getting.
Yeah, trying to save nuke charges, throwing out chip damage lit 3s. The next, that might elicit a Cure 4. That's pretty scary. He's
also bonking right now, which is smart. Only has 2 more Cure 4 charges after this. He's gonna be feeling that when the nuclears start coming out.
Yeah, he's trying to save resources real bad, and that's a good turn.
Tiamat missing is beautiful.
Decides to throw the ice 3s out, which is a better move than the lit 3s, higher base damage.
Oh, and gets past it! 10 hits for 538 is able to finish it. Tiamat middling in the health, just enough to be scary, but not so much that it's an impermanent tank.
Yeah, so the wall casting definitely paid off. Now it's just a matter of stick this guy in the back row and buff them all to heck and see where we get from here. Ribbon's on the right person. Maybe wall the guy that has Cure 4 charges, but that's about it. You're set up as well as you can be, I think.
Gets a fast out. Gonna go with the wall and the defense.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be some power gauntlet usage the next turn, along with some double invis.
Most assuredly. And the rub comes out and misses, so that's a free turn right there.
so there's the white shirt. There's a temper. He's going to use defense again, it looks like, taking no chances here. Slow 2 comes out, but he's... Yeah, well, we got another, yeah, we got another fast charge, so that's getting set up.
That's good. Yeah, because the last thing you want to see is that slow 2 come out and hit him again. Like, back road slow 2 feels real bad. Starting to get those buffs going again. 5 hits for 124, that's ew. That's a little ew.
Yeah.
But Chaos is already missing.
Yeah, Chaos doesn't seem to be terribly threatening at this point right now, so just throw the magic in for chip damage and...
Yeah, it's starting to seem like at this point it seems like all the really nasty spells ended up on Tiamat. Just going with those ice casts now and going to continue buffing to keep the red mages alive. It's good play, it's smart. He has the buffs to do it, he may as well. 8 hits for 788, that is lovely. Chaos has got to be reeling at this point. 9 hits for 1125. Woo! Smoked!
Yeah, Maya makes it to the end. Just was not exposed to any radioactivity, and that was the big difference. But man, this was a close race, even without that gatekeeper Tia2.
Really was. Official SRL time of 1:28:16. Mia is the first to finish the Temple of Fiends, and we are going to see him in just a little bit for an interview. I think he probably needs a moment to recover after that. That was, I mean, even with like the amount of work that they had to do at the back end of this, that was still one of the fastest runs I think I've seen in these Swiss flags. Bert, our tracker in chat, saying that neither of them found the canal. Race is not validated. Gotta go back. Gotta go find that canal now. Demon has made it past Kraken. Just gonna see what happens when he makes it up towards Tiamat next. Although he's caught up by this Wiz-Say-Hag Gershark pack. And unfortunately, it's just the fighter that's left. Yeah, Rojo in chat commenting that being able to get through these flags in less than 90 minutes feels good. Feels amazing is what it does. That is... Oh, no! Takes a giant hit from Tiamat before he can get his defenses up, and then gets whacked. Has the Cure 4 come out immediately afterwards, has no buffs, doesn't know what he's going to do at this point, and 2 hits, 2 smacks from Tiamat, and it looks like at 129:59, dem0nfr0g is forfeited from the race.
Yeah, Kraken 2 and Tia2 being kind of dual gatekeepers here. You don't have life, so you can't pick up after Calamari, and it's just all the nuclears and Tia hitting pretty hard. Just that's the nail in the coffin for Demon, and just
that's rough.
It's Temple of Fiends for you.
That is. For a second there, I saw Mia in chat, and then Mia has disappeared. Demon, though, has joined us. dem0nfr0g. GG's.
So, triple the volcano, that's fun on a jet seed.
Yeah, it was a little sucky, wasn't it?
And, tough as nails Tiamat. Jeez. Cure 4 and back-to-back nuclears.
It was something that we were worried about when we were talking about how Jetty the Seed felt up front. Tell us about your thoughts on the seed leading up to Temple of Fiends.
I mean, like I said, other than my volcano, I felt pretty good with how I routed it and how I planned it. Yeah, I mean, canoeing floater early, it's the world's oyster.
Yeah, before you even made it out of the Circle C, you had everything you needed to just be in the air within, I think we looked at the timer, it was 8 minutes.
GG, Ichbin.
Hey, thank you.
GG, well done.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So, I don't think it would surprise you, Demon, to know that you were in the lead right up until you basically hit that wall of a Tiamat.
Yeah, Tiamat. Yeah, I knew that if I didn't make it through and I didn't see a dot done, I was like, all right, I gotta go find something and anything, levels or gear or something.
Mia, meanwhile, you made it through all of those bosses in short order. How do you feel about that run?
I feel pretty good about it. I was happy with the way that it front-loaded a lot of the exploration right away, so that we didn't have to wandering off into odd corners of the map looking for loose items. So that was pleasant. And yeah, one and done with Topher, but I could definitely Tiamat. If it played differently, I probably would have wiped as well.
Well, I think the big difference between the two of you was, Demon, when you got in there the first time, you had one mage to back up your fighter. Mia, though, you were sitting pretty with two red mages and basically all the buff charges that you need.
Yeah, Kraken decided to soften me up a little bit and let Tiamat kind of finish the job.
Yeah, with no life charges, that was a rough combination, and then a skill list of crack followed by 3 nuclears certainly didn't help either.
None of the
Cure 4. You got the Cure 4 off first. That's, I guess, polite to an extent.
You could have rubbed it in your face, nuked you 3 times, and then been like, oh, by the way, Cure 4. Have fun.
You get to do it all again. Ichbin, yeah, you just got my number. I don't know what it is.
I will be the first person to say that I do not want to race against you anymore. You are way, way overdue to beat me.
I think one of the things that really defined this year, and Mia, I was curious if you felt like you were behind after you went to that ordeals, because it wasn't necessarily a necessary dungeon at first blush, but then once you had the defense sword, the white shirt, and eventually the power bonk because of that, how did you feel at that point?
I okay then, because that people tend to dive to look at that incentivized item a little earlier as opposed to later. I felt like I'm been behind after I dove waterfall to get Ruby to turn around and walk back out, and then find Ruby turned into the Thor's hammer, which is this flag set's version of the booby prize. At that point, I felt like maybe I had lost a lot of time there.
Oh, I gave you all the time you needed. I had to triple dip Volcano. So.
Ooh, I'm so sorry. That's awful.
Yeah, I hit carry, wiped on carry, said, no, this isn't going to work. Went back. I decided to get kind of cheeky, try to do carry first, and then if I had the firepower, go back to those hellish trap tiles. Mm-hmm. Carry had got me down to a single red mage. Like, no, I'm going to walk out with an orb, one way or another.
Right. I really love the well, I don't know if I love them at the moment, but the trap tiles in Volcano with the giants and the Agamo side and a whole blue dragon on the other side, I was like, well, if I need to go back to find a place to gain some levels, I know where to do that. But I was really not thrilled to see 3 blue dragon when you're sitting at level 10. That was not very pleasant.
And you have to go back through them.
Right.
Yeah, that first carry was no joke either. A lot of absorb and a lot of HP.
Yeah, I saw the nuke charges into her. I think it was. I think all 3 people, so that would have been 8 or 9 nuke charges. I think.
I honestly think she might have been tougher than the second carry.
Yeah, carry 2 gave me no problems. Yeah, it was just like I said, cracking 2, buttering me up, and teeing off on that.
I also feel like, having watched some of the races this week, there are some truly awful encounters back to back trying to get that red D instead of chest, thanks to B-side trap time.
Yeah, I agree. Going down to the end of, I think, of the 4 elements that there are, this has been my least favorite to practice of the 4 because of something like this, right? I mean, you're never really prepared for 3 blue dragons, but you know that if seed gives you, then that's what you have to deal with.
And then I mean you're not giving enough credit to the ankylos that were also in front of the chest.
Oh, those, right.
Yeah, it was a 1-2-3 punch. Blue D, R Ankilo, Blue D again, just to get out of there.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear I didn't have defense or white turn. I'm not surprised to hear that, because after losing so much time to a triple dip volcano, I was like, okay, only pretty necessary or really chest dense areas, because I got to get moving.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were looking for in Sky. Was it just no life charges? You need better resistances?
Yeah, it was like, okay, defense and white shirt was what I was really hoping for, but I don't mind spending a lot of time in Sky digging for those chests, just because, especially those upper floors, is such a good experience. I was hoping to be higher than I was, but it is what it is. But it's like it's experience and some chests, so just take them.
Yeah, it looked like you went from 20 to 24 just beating up stuff in Sky, so it was pretty good trying to improve your team on like 2 levels.
I pulled a War Mech kill, so that's a fantasy point somewhere, right?
Bingo card is filled in there. Well, I guess we could probably start wrapping this up at this point, having been chatting for the last, 15 minutes or so. You guys have any final thoughts before we release this channel back to Speed Gaming so they can set up for the next?
To the 2 of you for commentating, and thanks for our tracker for the evening, which I believe is Bert.
Bert Reynolds.
Thank you. Yep, the one and only. So thank you for that. dem0nfr0g, you are going to murder some people later on here in Swiss. So I feel bad for everybody that has to play you next, and I'm glad again. And hopeful. And okay.
Like Ben said, thanks to the crew and Speed Gaming and all them. Man, the scaling and on this can get some really nasty tofers. So I'm really fun to see. It's gonna be fun to see when we get into the brackets and when we get to kind of turn the screws a little bit more.
Yeah, and I just want to thank everyone for watching, and for Burt Reynolds for tracking, and of course my co-commentator Edgeworth joining me in the booth. Edge, do you want to share any final thoughts and take us home?
Just thanks again to the Speed Gaming crew for helping us get set up. All the volunteers there always work pretty hard behind the scenes, so we appreciate it. And yeah, thanks to Burt Reynolds for doing the tracking as well. And thanks for signing up and doing comms with me today, Dark.
Absolutely, anytime. It's always fun.
All right, so to take us out, we've got a couple other races currently going on right now. Hangry Canuck versus Ex-Russian Bishop, and Captain Nerd 2 versus Cinema B. So keep an eye out on the Final Fantasy category on Twitch. You'll be able to see where those matches are. On behalf of everybody at the FFR community, if you like what you saw, join our Discord. Make sure you follow the Speed Gaming family of channels, because you're going to be seeing a lot more of us in the next coming weeks. And thanks for hanging out. Hope you all have a good day.